Well, welcome back to Prince Brass Repairs, where we're doing another video on Blackburn trumpets. This is going to be one of two, because as you can see on the table, I have an extra bell for this beautiful E-flat trumpet, E-flat D trumpet actually. And so let's get into it. Information you need to know. Underneath here is your lead pipe delineation with your venturi, so it's always a two-digit number slash or dash three-digit number. So this one's an 11348, meaning the lead pipe here is an 11, which is like over there the commercial trumpet, tighter lead pipe, and then the venturi is a little more open, closer to the C trumpet venturi. As well, the bell is a MD19, which is their C trumpet bell. The only difference is, same material, Ambrons, but the only difference is that has a brass wire, bell wire. This one has a steel bell bead wire. And just like the other one, because of the Ambrons, it's got that nice, beautiful ring to it. The construction of the instrument is very similar, or if not exact, to other brand of instruments that have the tunable bell. And then so you can see the lead pipe. It just goes straight into the third valve slide. And nothing else to be tuned except for obviously the bell. All the rings, as you can see, first valve slide, third slide, and your finger ring, which is extended off the third valve itself. Beautiful Blackburn engraving right on the other side of the valve block, right there. Tuning screws, you got to make sure you do both at the same time, otherwise you're gonna pull on the bell and it's not gonna come off. So you got to be really careful with that. As well, third valve slide locking mechanism here, which is very important because you do not want that third valve slide to hit the floor. Motto key for easy condensation removal. And like the other trumpets, the flat or non-pearled top finger buttons and small chimneyed top caps, which are reminiscent of old trumpets, older makes of trumpets. And underneath here is your, if you can see that, I don't know if you can, where the felts are, but that's instead of being in the top caps here. So that is basically everything on this instrument. Like I said, we will get to the D side of the instrument, but before we do that, allow me just to put this down for a second, very carefully. To tune it to the key of D, in E flat, the trumpet has nothing added to it, except for when we get to the key of D, we add these little rings. There are 6, 2 per slide, first, second, third. Nothing needed for the actual tuning bell because the bell is physically longer, and I'll show you that in a second, so you know which key is which. These go on, I'll just take a valve slide off so you can see. They will go right down your input here, and that extends the slide slightly. Now, could you keep it the way the slides are right now? Sure. Would it make it slightly sharper on those intonations? You have to pull the slides out a little more? Yeah, most likely. But this aids in getting it closer to where it actually would be, as other companies do make your first, second, and third slides. Some don't even make the second slide. It's the same for both keys. Blackburn decides to make these little rings, so you don't even have to have 2 sets of slides. You just have 2 bells and the instrument, and that's it. So I actually think it's a nice little innovation on their part. I'm not sure if anybody else does that, but that's the way they make their instrument. So with all that being said, let's see if we can play some things, some flexibility, just so you could hear it, some articulation, and maybe a couple tunes, excerpts, and things of that nature. Just going to readjust my seat here and see what we can do. And yes, you heard me correctly. It does have a pedal C. Some instruments do not. This one easily has one. For whatever reason, it works. So you can hear the articulation nice and clear. Let's see. up like the other Blackburns in B flat and C, goes right up into the soft really nicely. Something more on the softer side so you can hear what it can do there. Tried to play too soft, and the notes don't always speak, but that's me, not the horn. You can hear that it could do those things really beautifully. Maybe. I had it in B flat in my mind because I usually play it on my B flat trumpet. But anyway, you get the idea that it can handle those kind of. So basically, that's your E flat Blackburn in a nutshell. MD19 bell, 11-348 lead pipe. Still getting used to playing it because it's a widely different horn than I've used to playing on an E flat. It plays much more open, so the slots are different. But that's something you get used to if you can find repertoire, and there is repertoire out there that you can actually play in the orchestra on it. This would be perfect. As you can hear, it still has the characteristics that you can use in a solo setting or a chamber setting or a brass quintet. It would be perfect if you had to play a brass quintet version, let's say, of the like Fanfare for a Common Man or a Strauss piece that was for larger brass, narrowed down to like quintet and organ or something like that. Just some ideas on the top of my head. It would work very well for those kinds of things, especially heavy articulated excerpts and things like that. Here's something I was just played in church recently that I changed from C trumpet and played it on E flat to make my life a little easier. Lots of articulation in the opening of this. So instead of playing it on a C trumpet, I'm now down a minor third. So at the end, it has a high concert B flat. It's only a G on this. So why struggle if you don't have to? So this E flat is perfect for all wide variety of repertoire. If you're interested, Prince Brass has a website, brassrepairs.net. Also social media, Facebook, Instagram, and all sorts of things that you can look us up and contact us. We have email. We have a way to inquire that way. You can call us, and you can find out about how to purchase this Blackburn E-flat trumpet. Stay tuned for video number 2, which will be on that bell. And just so you can see that I'm not kidding you, the E-flat and D bells, you could see right here how much longer it is. It's mostly back here. I'll let you turn the bell closer. You could see that the length here is much longer. So yeah, you will be actually in a half step lower key in the key of D. So stay tuned for that video next, and thanks for watching.